Alright, let's, I'm still on red. Let's go to black. Let's do this. Let's draw a line here. And let's draw a line like this. And let's draw one somewhere. Oops, I don't want that. Let's draw one in here somewhere like that. Alright. What kind of an angle do we have right here, this big angle? Sure you want to say that? Haven't we discussed this?
Oh, no, I was looking.
Well, there's not a box.
There's no box. So you can't say it can't say it's a right angle yet, can you? But it is a right angle because I drew it horizontal and vertical. Now can you say it's a right angle? Yes, you can.
That's a cool box.
Alright.
You're a cool box.
Got him. Settle down. Look at angle 1 and 2. Angle 1 and 2, we've already talked about this. They're adjacent angles, aren't they? But they also do something else. This is right angles. This is 90 degrees. We talked about a linear pair and what a linear pair does, right? It adds up to 180. What do you think is true about 1 and 2 right here? That's it. They add up to 90 degrees, don't they? So it's not a linear pair. It doesn't draw. It doesn't. Okay, listen. It doesn't form a straight line, does it? But it does form a what?
90-degree angle.
A right angle, 90-degree angle. Okay, it is a pair. But watch, we give this a special name. Anytime you have two angles that add up to 90 degrees, we call them complementary angles. They complement each other. But it's not like a compliment, like, hey, your hair looks really nice today. It's not that kind of, you're welcome. It's not that kind of compliment. Okay, they go together, kind of, yeah, right? A compliment, like your color complements your whatever, I guess, I don't know. So anyway, that's complementary. Complementary. I could also say this. Let's listen. There's a lot of talking. You need to listen now, because you're going to miss little things that I say because you're having little conversations. Look, we can also say this. We can say that angle 1 is a complement of angle 2. Do you hear what I just said? So angle 1 is a complement of 2. We could go the other way. We could say angle 2 is a complement of angle 3. So for instance, what if I said that this angle right here was 30 degrees? Then what would angle 1 be equal to? 60 degrees. So if I said, give me the complement of 30 degrees, what would the complement of 30 degrees be? It'd be 60. What if I said this phrase? What is the complement, I'll just shorten it, of an angle? And I didn't tell you what the angle was.
Another angle.
What's the complement? Okay, listen, follow my pattern. Okay, follow the pattern here. What's the complement of a 30-degree angle? 60-degree angle. What's the complement of a 20-degree angle?
70.
What's the complement of a 50-degree angle?
40.
Okay, you follow me? 40. What's the complement of an 80-degree angle?
10 degree.
What's the complement of an angle?
90. Nothing. Nothing. Another angle.
X.
Let me ask you a different way. What's the complement of an angle called x?
Y.
Why?
Follow the pattern. Listen, guys. Listen to me. What? Don't say anything. Don't say anything. Listen to me. I want you to follow the pattern. All those little questions I asked you, I'm trying to lead you somewhere. Let's try it again, real quick. What's the complement of a 30-degree angle?
60.
What's the complement of a 50-degree?
40.
What's the complement of a 70-degree?
20.
What's the complement of an 80-degree?
10.
What's the complement of x?
0.
That's it. What did you do? How did you get all those numbers? How did you get all those answers?
Still didn't
That's right. You were going 90 minus whatever the number I gave you. Weren't you doing that? But the answer's not 90. Okay, it's 90 minus x. If I said, what's the complement of 30, you wouldn't say 90, would you? No. What's the complement of 30? It's what? 60. What did you do? This is your brain right here, okay? What did you do inside your brain to get 60?
We thought.
I
90
thought.
minus 30. Okay, so what if this wasn't 30? What if it was x? How do you find the complement of it? 90 minus x. That's right. So when you see this phrase, the complement of an angle, you don't even have to have the x there. If the phrase said the complement of an angle, any angle, I'll call it x, how would you find the complement of that angle? It's 90 minus x. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay, and that's what's going on. All right, that's complementary. Now, the angles don't have to be adjacent like they are right here. I could do this. Now, I have no idea if these are going to actually add up to 90 or not, but let's say they do. Let's say that's a 20-degree angle, and let's say that's a 70-degree angle. All right, are you watching? So if that's 20 and that's 70, they're not adjacent to each other, are they? In fact, they don't have anything in common, right? They don't have a side, they don't have an angle, nothing in common. But they do what? It's 20 and 70. They still add up to 90, so they are complements of each other, aren't they? So they don't have to form a perfect right angle like this, but they do have to add up to 90 degrees. Okay, so they don't have to be adjacent. They do have to add up to 90 degrees to be a complement. Make sense? All right, it is pretty easy. It's not that bad. All right, let's pause this and we'll draw another picture. So we did two angles that add up to 90 degrees. What do you think the next thing's going to be? I know. 180, right. Let's do this now. We saw this already, but we're doing something just a little bit different with this. Do you remember this? What do we call these two angles? Linear pair. All right, so we'll call that angle 1. We'll call this one angle 2. It's a linear pair, but we know that they add up to 180 degrees. And when we have two angles that add up to 180 degrees, let's write that down. Angle 1 plus angle 2, that equals 180 degrees. We don't call them complementary, we call them supplementary. A lot of people get mixed up on which one's which. Let me show you just a little trick. It's not that earth-shattering here, but watch. Complementary goes with what? 90 degrees, right? And supplementary goes with 180 degrees. Look at this. C comes before S in the alphabet, doesn't it? And 90 comes before 180. So the C goes with the 90 and the S goes with the 180. Not that hard of a trick. It's not that tricky, okay? But it's easy to remember. Because a lot of people do get these mixed up on which one is complementary and which one is supplementary. Does that make sense? Okay. So they are supplementary angles. Now again, just like we did before, I'm not going to draw this out, but we could have two angles sitting out here completely non-related. But if the two angles are add up to 180 degrees, they're still considered to be supplementary angles. We talked about this earlier. This is what we struggled with a little bit, but you should be able to do this. What if this angle right here was angle X, right? That was X degrees. And I said, what is the supplement of an angle? If I had that phrase, the supplement of an angle. There you go. See, now you got it. So the supplement of an angle, if you see this phrase somewhere, which you are going to see, all right, that's why I'm saying this. If you see that phrase, the supplement of an angle, what do you write down? 180 minus x. Now, they're going to do stuff like this. They're going to say, what is twice the supplement of an angle? Or they're going to say, twice the supplement of an angle is equal to whatever, I don't know, a number or something like that. So what would you do if I said twice the supplement of an angle?
180 minus x.
That's it. I'd go times 2. Sometimes they'll say, 15 more than a supplement of an angle. So the supplement of an angle is 180 minus x, and you put plus 15, okay? There's all kinds of things they could do with this. But I just want you to be able to set it up. If you can set it up, then you can do the math. It's not that big of a deal. Matt?
And on the 2 times 180 minus x,
You would distribute.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Now, I'm not going to give you an exact... Actually, I'm going to give you an example like that, and that's this next one right here. I'm not going to write it down for you. It's on the top of page 48. All right, so if you look at the top of page 48, it's example 2. All right, I'll just read it off to you. But let's take a look. It says, find the measures of two supplementary angles. Two supplementary angles. That means I have two angles. One I'll call x. What do you think I'll call the other one? Come on, come on. If this is x, this is the supplement of this angle, so I'll call this one 180 minus x. Alright, so one angle will be called x, the other one is the supplement. If they're supplements, and it says they are in this problem, then the other one would be 180 minus x. So I've got two angles. One is x, and the other is 180 minus x. You with me so far? Those are my two angles. Now, it tells you to do some stuff with those two angles. Let's read it. Find the measure of two supplementary angles if the difference. What does the word difference mean when we talk about math? It means you Subtract, that's right. If the difference in the measures of the two angles is 18, that means if I subtract these two angles, the difference is, what do we write in math if I say is? Equals, right, is 18. So I'm going to subtract these two angles from each other and set it equal to 18. You could subtract them a couple different ways. I think the easiest way is to start off with 180 minus x and then subtract the x from it. Do you see that? That right there means the difference of the supplements of two angles is or equals what? 18. It doesn't say 180, it says 18, because that's what the problem says. Okay, the difference of the two angles is 18. All right, they could have said 37, they could have said 52, whatever, but they said 18 on this one. All right, makes sense? Thank you. So now we just do some math and we just solve for x. Let's do it real quick. 180 minus 2x equals 18. Subtract 180 from both sides, so negative 2x. What's 18 minus 180? It's negative what?
162.
162. All right, divide by negative 2 on both sides, and what's that give you? 81. So one of the angles right here is what? 81 degrees. And the other one would just be what? 180 minus 81, right, which would be 99 degrees, and there's your two angles. There's your two supplements. Does that make any sense? The key to this thing was to understand that when I talk about two angles and the supplements, if they're supplements of each other, call one of the angles x, call the other angle 180 minus x, and then do whatever it says to do with them. In this case, it says to do what to them? Subtract and set them equal to 180. I could have subtracted the other way, couldn't I? But if I would have subtracted the other way, you got to be real careful. It'd be x minus, put that in parentheses, 180 minus x equals what? 18. Do you see that? What would you have to do with that minus sign right there? Distribute the minus sign. You see, a lot of people might forget to do that, so I kind of like to do it the first way I did it. So you could have done it this way, but what would it be? It would be x minus 180, what? Plus x equals 18. X plus x, 2x, add 180, what's that? 160, yeah, or 1... Did I do that right?
No,
What did I do? Oh,
You added 180.
yeah, add a 180.
it'd be like, yeah, x minus.
Yes. Yeah, it's 180.
How about we do it?
Why isn't it working? Let me pause this. Thank you. All right, we figured it out.
Man, we were feeling mad dumb.
So I was doing it right. I just wasn't thinking of what kind of answer. I was trying to get 81, but I actually on this one get 99, which is okay. All right, so one angle is 99. I take that away from 180, and there I get my 81. So we were doing it right. I just got mixed up on. For some reason, I was just in my head. I was thinking we were supposed to get 81.
Couldn't you? So you don't have to do it that way. You could just do the way that we email it, the 180 minus the first one.
Yeah. You could do it either way, but I like the first way we did it better, don't you? Yeah. Okay. All right. Let me give you some. Oh, we got to talk about this real quick. Oh man, thought we were gonna get to this. Let's hold on real quick. Let me just do this really fast here. Perpendicular. You guys mentioned perpendicular earlier, didn't you? So if it's perpendicular, what's it do? It makes, if two lines are perpendicular to each other, they form what? A right angle. Okay, so perpendicular, they form a right angle. That's really all you got to know. Let me give you some problems to do. Ah! Where'd my book go?
Hurry if you have less than a minute.
Okay, I can do this.
You're gonna give us like 3 problems.
Yeah, you got a quiz tomorrow. Let's
Will the
see.
following students please come to
We're
the office?
doing 8
Brian
to
Bryant, Lila
32,
Stevens, Sven Johnson.
page 51 and 52.
All full-time faculty and staff. This is just a reminder.
Stay
Please
out.
don't forget to do your
There
Coventry
you go.
survey. It must
Page
be
51 and
completed today
52,
before 5
8
o'clock.
to 32.
Thank
All right,
you.
that's your homework. Everybody say bye.
Bye.
Bye.